On January 9th of 2018, my sister lay down in her bed, went to sleep, and woke up just a few hours later in glory. My life changed. The life of her daughter who lived with her changed. I realized, even before we had the service, that my niece was going to have to come live with me. So we had her burial on January 16th. I said to my niece, all is well, and I had come to realize that there was no space for her to live with me in my 2-bedroom townhouse condo, and I was going to have to do something different. So I said to my brother Ed, the real estate agent, I need you to find me a condo or house. It has to be 3 bedrooms. It has to be on 1 level because she wasn't going to handle the stairs well. And I needed a 2-car garage because my 1-car garage wasn't going to work. I also said to him to talk to a young friend who had said to me for the last few years, whenever you sell that condo, I want it. And he called her and she said, give me a couple of weeks and let me see if I can work it out. So we did that. We did not list the condo at that point. At the end of 2 weeks or so, end of January, 1st of February, she said, I'm not going to be able to handle that. So on the Monday before Valentine's Day, February 12th, Ed sent a photographer over who took pictures, saw the pictures. It was listed on that Tuesday, the 13th. Had 1 showing before the evening was over. On the next day, Valentine's Day, there were 3 showings. At 7 o'clock that night, I got a text from my brother Ed that said, I've had a call from a real estate agent. She said her clients want your condo, and she doesn't want me to take any other offer, consider any other offer, and that she was going to get a contract in before 10 o'clock that night. Sure enough, Valentine's Day, she put a contract in. The contract was $900 less than my asking price. I thought, that works, because I had put a few $1,000s in for negotiation, and $900 less was just wonderful. So on that Thursday, the 15th of February, we returned the contract and signed it and said, great. Got a message from that agent that they were sending an inspector in on that Friday. So I had to take off from work to be there for the inspector who was coming at 9. During the course of the morning, doorbell rang. There was an agent and her client. And I'm thinking, I told Ed I don't want to show anymore, but they were at the door and just kind of said, please, since we're here, may we see it? I said, okay. They did a quick look around. Her client came to me in the kitchen, older, white-haired gentleman, and said, your brother did, no, not your brother. He didn't know it was my brother. He said, your agent didn't serve you well because you signed the contract entirely too quickly. I'm prepared to make a cash offer. I want this place. Well, I thought, what a delightful dilemma. I had a contract. I would have loved to have had his cash offer, but I also didn't believe him. But that evening, that Friday evening, they put in a backup. They put in a backup contract for $100 more than I was asking, cash to close as quickly as possible. And I had to say no to that. The initial contract wanted to close on a month later on March 16th or 17th. At that point, during the 2 weeks, the first 2-week period that I talked about in January, we found the house. I put a contract on that house contingent upon the sale. Long story short, the goal was to close both of them on the 16th of March. I was able to close my sale, and on Monday the 19th, I closed the purchase. Moved in on end of March 23rd or 24th, or something like that. God did exceedingly abundantly above all I could ask or imagine, and I could only say, thank you, Jesus.